Hey everybody. So last time we got this orthographic button working, and uh, we talked about like how we probably will need to, or we definitely need to create new components, and we need to keep revisiting that idea. But because the camera manager is just getting out of hand, and it's still going to double in size, so it's going to be too big, and so we probably should break these into their own components. But this still isn't the time. But we got to keep reminding ourselves so we don't forget to do it before we move on to the next tab. So right now there's a bunch of stuff we need to do. It's going to probably take a couple different sessions. The first thing we need to do is, in my opinion, at this point, would be to set up the interfaces. So now we have learned one thing we didn't understand when we did meshes is that the mesh is for like a cube is a very very different a whole different thing than a mesh for anything else. And then so quite often everything works kind of like, oh, something like a form is just a bunch of a username, a password, blah, whatever. It's a bunch of stuff. And then a different kind of form is all the same stuff but one other thing. And then another one is all the same stuff but two other things, but one of those other things is not the same. And they're just kind of variations on the same thing. But it looks like with the 3JS, it's not. These are not variations on the same thing. These are actually very, very different. So what we really do need is our camera interface to actually be camera interfaces. And little details like that make a huge difference because, the language is complex. Our English and human language is very, very complex, and these little details mean a lot. So we're going to say interfaces and just wait for stuff to break. Um, and I don't know why it didn't break, because you would have thought that I would have had an input that isn't working. Interfaces. Yep, there we go. Wow, slow motion. All right, so uh, this will offer to fix it. So let's go ahead and just say, yeah, go ahead and fix it. And yeah, we're good. All right. So then now we have our interfaces. We probably should have a perspective camera interface, not an interface. So perspective. And then wait for that to break everywhere. And so here we want this to be perspective camera interface. Let's see. That's weird. Oh my gosh. Camera. All right. So that fixes that, but then that breaks this. And then if you don't do it in this order, things can get, it's kind of weird. It's real simple to do if you do it in order, but then if you don't do it in order, let's go ahead and close that for the moment. Um, you end up with, um, like uh, weird issues. Life is just a lot easier. Life can get a lot more complicated when you're developing this stuff if you don't do it in a specific order. Um, and this never gets easier. The less code we're having. All right, so this camera item FOV. So what did I do wrong? Let's see. So it's funny because this seems like that's used to be probably want to. So it's saying that camera item could be undefined. I don't know what we've changed that would have caused that to happen, but that is a good point. It makes a good point. So we will fix that. So we should only update the form if the camera item actually exists. All right, so we have a problem in the service, which makes sense. And then we'll do that one. That's pretty cool. I kind of did a growl there. And then, boom. And then line 37. Let's go ahead and copy that. I'll tell you though, that it is just always so tempting to skip this part because it's kind of boring, but man, does it come back to bite you later when you do that. You end up with some weird looking code. All right, so now it looks like we're good on the renaming of the interfaces. So I guess the next step is in our camera interfaces, we should add our orthographic interface. Orthographic interface. And an orthographic camera has just a few, like some things in it. So let's see if we can get some help. Okay, so camera is a perspective camera. We're going to say orthographic camera is it's going to be orthographic camera. Now it's going to kind of be like this one. Oh, I've put an L there. This is orthographic. Okay, oh, it did offer it before. And that's equal to a new 3 dot. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Orthographic camera. I'll just go with whatever the defaults are. All right, now what is the problem? Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this and just manually bring it in. And I don't know. Oh, it's all uppercase. All right. So now now that we have this, we can just go look and see. Let's see. I think it's F12. That's hidden by my thing up there too. F12. Yes. All right. So it has a left, a right, a top, a bottom, and a near, and a far. Let's see if I can remember that. Left number, top, well, let's go right number, and then top number, bottom number, near number, and far number. So let's just double check. So left, right, top, bottom, near, far. Left, right, top, bottom, near, far. And just double check the left. Yep, all looks good. Okay, so so that puts us in a good spot. What we need to do next is inside the service, create something kind of this like a orthographic camera item, and then basically get our defaults, the defaults we want to have in there, and then go from there, like update it so that whenever you do, like update it so that it can change cameras based on whenever the user clicks this. But anyways, we're out of time, and it's gonna be cool. Everyone, happy coding. Bye.